Hey, what's going on, eSkaters? Nate from eSkate up here today, and I've got something super special for you. Hear that? That's an electric skateboard. I'm here for the Evolve UK Open. The championship race is being held out here in southern England. There's a indoor off-road track which is super technical. It's gonna be fucking insane. I've got a video coming out this week on it which will be featuring all the riders, the course, the sponsors, everything that's going on here. It's gonna be an awesome weekend. But the reason I've got you right here today is for this. This is the Evolve Stoke. Man, I'm so excited. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I'm already a big fan of shortboards, and I do love the Evolve boards. So this right here, I'm so excited about. Let's start with the specs real quick, get them out of the way because they aren't that far off the GTR. So it's got dual 1500 watt belt-driven motors at the rear. So it's a total of 3000 watts, just like the GTR. Double kingpin trucks on the front and the back, just like the GTR. It's got the Evolve ceramic bearings, just like the GTR. It uses the R2 remote, just like the GTR. But there are a few other differences which I'd like to show you. For starters, it's got a bash plate over the motors. Probably has something to do with this kicktail. It's got 85mm Orangutang wheels on it, not the stock Evolve wheels. You got 3 wheel options. You got the purple 83A wheels, the orange 80A wheels, and these blue 77A wheels. I took these ones out for a ride and they are super sticky and silky, but still allow you to slide a ton. The battery pack is Evolve's travel safe battery, which runs Sony VTC4 lithium ion cells with a watt hour of 151.2 watt hours. So you can take it on an airline, which is mint, but you always make sure you get permission from your airline first. And although you can't put the standard GTR battery on it, the travel battery is easily replaceable, so you can extend your range pretty easily. The weight is, obviously heavier on the back end, but when you're riding the thing, it's still evenly distributed. If you're trying to pop a manual, it's not as easy as you first think. You really do have to lean into it and commit to doing it. It's probably also because the deck is actually quite long. For a short board, it's 33.5 inches long. So your stance is still quite wide. Once you put your back foot on the pad and your front foot over the front trucks, it's still quite a wide stance. The sun's going down fast here, so there's going to be a lot of color changes as this video goes on, but I really want to get this video out to show you the Stoke board. One thing with the deck that caught my eye is the kicktail. It's got a swallowtail kick, and it's got this foamy pad on the back. I was a bit surprised when I saw it at first because I don't know how I felt about it. If you look closely, it's got the hexagonal shape on the pad, which is true to the Evolve form. And also, it kind of reminds me of that soft foam pad at the back of a surfboard. And it really gives off that surfy vibe. It's got a clear grip tape that shows off the beautiful timber underneath, combined with that pad on the back, the blue wheels. It just feels like a surf-inspired board. The top speed on it is 34 kilometers an hour, and I reached 37 kilometers an hour. What's happening? I'm sorry, I got distracted there. The speed on the Evolve Stoke is plenty fast enough for the size of this deck. It's really cruisy and still packs the same amount of power as their GTR boards. Now, as I've mentioned, I'm at the Evolve UK Open, so I have access to all of the Evolve guys here. So what I want to do is do a live Q&A here on YouTube for the Evolve Stoke. Ask me any questions you want in the comments section below, and I'll get the answers and I'll give them to you during the YouTube live. I want to go live on Wednesday the 18th of September at 6 PM Eastern Time. So make sure you subscribe here and click that bell button so that you get notified of when I go live so that you don't miss a thing. Alright, back to the review. So there's probably two questions that I think that you might be asking yourself right now. The first being, what's with the motors at the back when the board has got a kicktail? And secondly, double king pins on a shortboard. What were they thinking? Firstly, let's start with the rear mounted motors. This bash guard does a hell of a lot to protect these motors. When you're kicking it up from the ground, it helps a lot. It almost aids that process and makes it super easy to pick up your board. Also, let's remember what this board was designed for. It's still a cruiser. It's not a skate park board. You're not gonna go around ollieing and kick flipping and shit like that. The big question is it gonna be enough to protect these motor mounts and the motors in the long run? We're just gonna have to wait and see. Finally, double kingpin trucks. They're sick. They're actually really fucking good. The carve. You thought the carve on the GTR was good? Wait until you try the carve on the Stoke. Man. I literally feel like I'm surfing on concrete with these trucks, especially the shortboard, the tail, and the pad. I want one. I want one so bad. I want to go back to the length and the size of this board. I already love a shortboard. That's no surprise. But even though this is a long shortboard, it's still short enough that you can straight arm the board and walk down the street with it. You can carry it simply. It's not that heavy. It's easy to store. You could probably get this under your desk or put it at your feet on the train. As for the range, the travel battery will get you 15 kilometers or around about 10 miles on this thing. I didn't get a chance to do a full range test because I only had it for a short period of time at this event, but I'm gonna get my hands onto one and do a full range test for you very, very soon. The first group of people who I think are gonna love this board are surfers. It has a natural surf feel. Longboards just don't compare when it comes to surfing. But with the double kingpin trucks on this and the short board, the kicktail, this pad, it's a surfer's dream. Next after surfers is skaters. Regular skaters who have despised electric longboards for so long, this is finally a board where you can have a lot of fun. And you can be creative. The kicktail, the bash guard, the double kingpin trucks, I've mentioned so many times that the width of the deck, you're gonna be able to find a lot of cool tricks to do with this thing. Outside of that, anyone who just loves to carve or just cruise down the beach streets, this board is for you. So overall, I love this board. The short ride that I got to take on it was just insane, and I apologize that I couldn't give it a more rigorous testing, but what I am doing is a Q&A for the Evolve Stoke board. I'm here at the Evolve UK Open. I've got the Evolve guys, Jeff, Maddie, and Trav, they're all here. What you can do is comment any questions down below. I'll get the answers for you, and I'll be doing a live Q&A in the next couple of days answering all the questions that you've asked. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified of when that live Q&A goes ahead, and you can get all the answers you want. Alright, thanks a ton for watching, guys. The sun is literally going down.